Je vais mettre. Okay, I'm gonna put some music. Okay, welcome everyone to a new episode of the Women's Empowerment Series. We're laughing and smiling because I am in a great mood, and so is my guest. And I'm so excited to have you join us today in a beautiful episode of the Women Empowerment Series. This is a series that we set up to inspire, to motivate, to present and showcase incredible female leaders from around the world. And today I have with me an incredible woman, a beautiful soul, an executive, a high level everything, Valerie Sandjivy. Welcome.
Thank you, Hynd, for having me. Thank you. It's a big pleasure, believe me, and that's why I'm laughing like that.
Yeah, we all said we are in a great mood. So whoever is joining us, let us know where you're connecting from. Hello, Naitani. Hello, ladies. Hello, Facebook. We are live streaming in LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube to make this accessible and also to have access to the replay. So today, I have so many questions. I'm excited, all this energy that I can feel coming out of your screen.
One by one.
One by one. All right. So Valerie, you are an engineer. And I think this is how we got all connected because I'm somehow, I attract in my life and magnetize engineers, whatever they are. And this is how we connected. So you started as an engineer. You have a master's degree in commerce and management. You've reached several high-level executive positions. And today you're doing something so different and elevated, I'll say. I don't think it's different. It's like because you've gone through what you've gone, that you are who you are today as an incredible executive coach, spiritual coach, you name it. So I am so excited. I would love for you to tell us your story and how your journey started.
Okay. How much do you want? Because I can tell, for an hour, but I'm not going to do that. Of course.
Let's take the whole path.
I'm going to give you like the main information, which is going to help the people who listen. So I'm an engineer. At the beginning, I didn't want to be an engineer. I didn't know what I wanted to be. And really? I decided to be an engineer because my sister did that. So, something.
Really? That's your older sister, obviously.
Yes.
So you wanted to be like her.
Yeah. Okay. Not necessarily to be like her, but it was like, I wanted to be a doctor, actually.
Really? Medical doctor?
Yes, I wanted to be a medical doctor. And my parents said, it's kind of difficult. Let's do something easier. So I decided to do engineer, mechanical engineer.
Do you sometimes regret? Is this something that you like?
You will see in my path something just
bringing you back to it.
Yes, kind of.
Of course it is. It's healing people, so you heal them differently.
Yes, differently.
I mean, maybe even more profoundly.
Yes,
wow, interesting.
Yes, on the different levels. I will put it in S because it's different levels the way I do it. So I did that.
So you went to engineering. That's not an easy path. I don't know why people think that engineering is easier than doctor.
No, but mechanical engineer, always with guys all the time. So
yes, I've been there. I know that. I know that club very well.
Yeah. So I started to work, in automotive, and then I went to the US for almost 8 years. I was there in Detroit. Yes.
In Detroit.
Yes.
Wow.
I loved it. Even if Detroit is not the best city, but I loved it because I was able, to live a different life and live the life of being free, and I had this executive position, and I loved it. It was very interesting.
It feels important.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that what that drives us women in the beginning? It's like, I want to study and then I want to have that position so that I feel like I matter and I can wear a suit. No,
I loved it wearing suit every day at work. It's because in my family it's like, it's not only in my family, but in the society, in society, if you don't have a degree, if you don't shine, if you don't rise, people don't look at you. You are only the women over there. So I wanted to be smart.
You want to be smart, so you want to have the big degree and the big position in the best place where automotive is happening.
Yes.
And you did it.
I did it, yes. And then I wanted to quit automotive because I was tired. I was director of sales and everything. And it was amazing. I mean, amazing, responsibilities and everything. And I came back to France and I wanted to change. And so I did the business degree at ESSEC, and then I switched to healthcare. So you see, back.
So you came back to the medical
Yes,
dream.
yes,
How
medical
interesting.
dream.
Oh, wow.
So, but I was not a doctor, of course, because it was not my position. But I was doing a project on helping, those hospitals in order, to do a external facility where you were able to produce, the chemotherapy
Yeah.
medication. So
Yes.
I worked on a project on that for 3 years. It was
Wow.
amazing, completely different than the industry, automotive industry.
But
Like,
what did you bring from that automotive industry, from your engineering background? Obviously, you used it.
yes, I used the project management skills
And the logic. The
and the
logic.
logic of the analysis and being able to set everything, because they didn't know how to do it.
Mhm.
They didn't know how to do it, and then they said they need someone who is skilled, at project management, which I
Yes.
was. But I didn't
Yes.
have any background, in the healthcare. So that's why I did, the master degree at ESSEC on healthcare. That's why I
Okay.
wanted to have
Oh,
somebody.
so you complemented whatever you were
Yes.
lacking in terms of information. And I love that. I think, this is like a super smart way of leading yourself. It's like if you're missing information, you get
Yeah,
it.
and I don't like not knowing, so I decided I need to know at least a little bit, of knowledge is always important. So that's
Always.
that.
And that's your scientific background, because
Yes.
when you're a scientific person, you know that, it's science, it's logic. It's
Yes.
like you learn, you don't learn, you don't know. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can't
Exactly.
guess it. Yeah.
No, you
Wow.
learn, you do, kind of.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
I
that,
loved it. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. And then, life happened. I would say, I
yeah.
would put it like this. And then,
How long did you stay in the health care um, field when you came back? How long
so
did you stay there
I
before?
stayed 4 years total.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
in
Well, that's a
total.
good
So
amount. Yeah.
it was great. And
Mhm.
then, like I said, life happened, and I decided to quit. Even
Okay.
they were offering me another position, and I didn't quite like it. And I said, no, you know what? I'm going to find another project management or another executive position. Within 3 months, I will be, in the new position. But like I said, life happened and life put me on a different path. And they say,
Mm.
okay, kind of, I'm saying that hindsight, but it was not like this. You try to find, and then life is telling you, no, it's not going to be that anymore. But you don't want
Yes.
to listen to that. You don't want to
Yeah.
listen. A little bit stubborn
Ah,
here.
so you were like so confident that
Yes.
even if you leave, you'll find a
Yes.
position right
Yeah.
away. Yeah.
No, and I could have, but
Mm.
for some reason I decided to do my first coaching training. And during this training, life, like, again, I met this very nice woman, like I'm still in touch with, and she
Mm.
asked me, you know what, we need, people we need trainers in order to train people on project management, because we need that and we don't have that. Do
Wow.
you want to work with
To
us?
do that.
So I
Wow.
said, yes, of course, I'll do it, while still doing, my coaching training.
Yes.
So I was able, to do. I was doing the training, which was, like we say, like
What you know, that's
yes,
like an easy.
something
And you were
easy.
finding your way also.
Yes, definitely.
And that's
And
the ideal. That's the
yes,
ideal, right?
it
Because when
was
you leave a place, you still want to have something that reassure you of, you don't have to worry about money at the end of the month.
exactly.
You can use your skill and you will never run out of it because it's your skill. And then you can find your way.
Yeah, and this was like security money, like the way I
Yeah,
call it. But I loved it. I
it's a
loved
backup.
it. Yes,
Backup, always their plan. Yeah.
easy. I would go, the people were happy, amazing, and they would ask for more, for more, for more. So I didn't have to do anything, just show up, train the people, and work on my stuff on the side, which was
That's because you
perfect.
know your things. And that's why I always say, like the compensation comes when you have an expertise and you're so good at it. And you are very good at it because not only you did it at healthcare, you did it at the automobiles, and now you're doing it in anything. And
Yeah.
that's the excellence of your expertise. So you will never worry when you have that.
No, it's true, but in the process, sometimes you say, okay, I don't want to be a trainer all my life, but
No.
it was nice because it was security. And then you saw something that was like a calling, if I may say it like this. So I was, doing the coaching training and starting to coach people, and I'm a healer as well. So I was getting trained
Okay.
on
All right.
being a
We're gonna
healer.
keep that thought because we're coming back to that one.
Yes.
Okay. And then Mhm.
So I started, to do the coaching and then the training, and I've been doing that since then. So since 2013.
Since
Yes,
2013.
yes,
So that's 10 years,
yes,
Valerie.
10 years. And I did many, many different trainings in coaching because I'm the internal student. I
Okay.
love to learn.
But my question is,
Yes,
did you find your path? The
yes,
one you left the healthcare looking for?
yes. Because now I can say that I'm not healing like the way the doctors do, because they do a great job, but I'm healing more like at soul level, like healing at the
So,
soul, yeah,
yeah.
at the soul level, and to help people, to find their path in order, for them to co-create their reality. That's what I
Yes.
want to do, and that's what I'm doing now. So it's
So,
kind of, yeah.
mhm.
Go ahead. No?
I want to understand more what
Yes.
healing means. I mean, you're from the executive world, you're an engineer, you name it. If you're a healer now, but you started as what we know.
Yes.
How to explain it? What does it mean? Healing
Yes.
for somebody scientific. How would you explain that?
How will I explain that?
Yeah,
So everything that we are is energy.
everything. That's so true.
Everything is energy.
That's
If
physics.
you
We
Yes,
had
that's
it in
physics.
physics,
Yes,
but we
if you
forgot that.
go, yes, exactly.
But we
If you go
forgot.
deep in
Yeah,
the cell, it's
yeah.
empty.
It's like
Yeah, it's only energy. So when you understand that everything is energy, you can look at energy different ways.
that's right.
You
Okay.
can see it, like it's energy, like in the air, and you can say that this is as well energy, but more like compacted, energy.
Yeah. Okay. These are like solid things.
Solid, yes, solid is
Solid.
energy.
Okay.
And then I say, okay, if we can work on the energy which is here, which is the one with impact, the one that I am here,
Hmm.
then something can happen.
Absolutely.
And that's what I
Yes. That's
started to
logic.
do.
Scientific.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
So basically, today you're back to the basics, which are everything in our body is energy,
Yes.
everything around us is energy.
Yes.
And so your work is to understand how we function inside.
Exactly. Why do we attract those things? Why do you have that? Why do you have this situation in life? Why as well? Why do you have like this wound? Even
Yeah.
physical wound. Because we can heal mostly everything, but that's not what I want to do. I don't
Yeah.
want to do to heal the physical body. I want more to heal at mind level, to help people to help them understand that if you change that around you, then it's going to change your life. It's going to change your reality.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that so much, Valerie, because, I, through the years, when we are so scientific, I'm just going to say hello to Soumeya. She's writing in Francais, but because you're Francais, bonsoir, Soumeya.
Bonsoir.
And it's like, when you are so caught up into the very logical mind and intellect, you see things just like the way you see them. And you don't understand that there is something another dimension that actually runs things around us. And
Mm,
the moment you start being aware of it, that's the moment you can change anything you want in your life.
exactly.
Oh, yes.
And that's what I want to help people with. I want to
Yes.
help them to co-create, their
Yes.
reality, their life,
Yes.
with this understanding.
Oh,
And I've
yes.
been doing that for myself.
I know you are.
Yeah.
And
And
how
it's
is it
coming
going?
from
How do you feel? You feel more alive?
yes. I mean, it's like I feel more empowered because I
Okay.
can do, not exactly what I want in the way that the want being, the ego way. No, everything that, which is connected, which is reflecting, which is, more aligned, which what I want, to
Okay.
create.
Would
Like,
you mean like ego way? I want like you want to buy a house, you want to buy a boat, you want that's what the ones.
yes, but you can, even if you want to have a house and a boat, why not? But it's not, necessarily only the only purpose in life. You can
No,
have a
it's
boat, you
not.
can have a house. I mean, I'm
No.
happy with that. I want
Yeah.
to have a house.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
it's okay.
how far did you take your elevation? Is it to be able to actually manifest things as you align energetically with them? Is that your healing path?
Yes, for me, it's more. Um, I I think there is a lot of misunderstanding behind this word manifestation.
Okay. Very
So
good.
I rather use, in order for everyone to understand, I rather use creation. I
I
co-create.
like it because you do say co-create a
Yes,
lot. I
yes,
love that.
I love I love it because, manifestation. It seems that it's coming from nowhere.
That's true. That's when we say manifestation, that's what it means. But
No,
it's
for
not.
me, no, for me it's not. So it's because I do the work inside,
Okay.
that I reflect something different, then I attract
Okay.
something different.
So, okay, this is very good. So when you say I reflect something different, the way I see it and the way I teach it in my own programs, it's like I align with the frequency of
Yes,
what I want to achieve. Is that what it means?
yes, it is. But at the beginning, why people can't align with the frequency is because
Why?
there is, there is beliefs, there is, conditioning, there is, things coming from, your everyday,
They
your
don't
age.
believe actually. They
Yeah,
will never believe. They
yeah.
say I want, but they don't believe they
No,
can.
no.
Yeah.
And if they're coming from, for example, if they're coming from a family who never had, so there is, this limiting belief. So we need to get rid
So when
of
they're
that.
coming from family who never had money, you mean to
Yes,
say?
for example,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Or,
Uh-huh.
or from family, like I'm a woman, so from family who woman has to be, at the house doing nothing, and not nothing, but, taking care of the kids and, cooking. It's not nothing.
You know,
Sorry.
the traditional stereotype
Yes,
the way of
exactly.
being. Well, luckily things have changed now.
Yes, definitely. But we are, I think, women. We are. I mean, the image of the change even more than men. I feel, because, because we've been destined to do something, and we are changing that. To bring that we can do that, but we can do that as well.
Hmm.
As well.
As well. I like
As
the as
well.
well.
Yeah.
It's not, and this is the shift because before it's like, I don't want to do this. I
Mm.
want to be like the man. I want to
Yes.
do this. I want
Yes.
to go work. But today it's not that. You can
Mm.
be all of it,
Yes.
both.
And I
Mm.
was like that. I want to be like the man.
Really, yeah.
And until I understood, it's not the
Because
path.
even if you didn't want to, the fact that you're an engineer and you are the only woman surrounded with all the men, you're like, it's just like you're programmed to be like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all like that.
Yes,
Little
we
bit.
are. It's
Yeah.
because, and right now, it's like, I feel it's like the way I can, help people is like really say, it's coming from inside. Whatever is inside, you can reflect it outside.
It's
So
true.
let's do the inner work, and then life is going to change. Usually, my clients, when when we start to do the work, they said, "Oh, okay, the people around me are changing, my friends are changing, my family, the relationship with my family is changing, but they didn't do anything." I say, yes, it's because you change, that
Yeah,
everybody else
that's right.
relationship is changing with
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And that's so true. It's like when you start by changing your own attitude, the whole thing changes around you. But it takes a lot of surrendering to
Yes.
the to believe it, to like and almost, it's almost like someone who have tried so many things that
Mm.
is able to stand today. I'm like, okay, let me give that one a try. And then you try it and it works.
Yes,
And that makes you a voice for everyone else. It's like, you know what, right? It works. Just believe me, you can do it.
you can do it. I mean,
So,
if I can do it, everybody can.
of course.
Yes, that's the message. Of course, everybody can.
And
Yeah.
I think this is the role we have to play today, is really to be that voice. Because at school, no one will teach you that you can co-create. What
No,
does it even mean? People will laugh at you. I'm like,
of course.
just go study. There is no co-creation. Go study, So
I know.
it's like,
If I had this language, this This way of speaking, like only 10 years ago, people will probably say I'm crazy. Even my
Yeah.
parents would say I'm
Oh,
crazy.
but sure. But now they're like, no, she's wiser. So there must be something there.
That must be something.
You think it's the age that can allows us to talk more about this?
I think it's the age, but as well is the confidence inside ourselves and the proofs that we've been able to do it. I'm the only one in my family to be, an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yes,
Wow.
I was the first one to be an entrepreneur.
Good for you.
Yeah, yes,
Congratulations.
and I'm a
And I
woman,
want to
so
see you shine even more.
yes,
The seven
and
figures and eight. Yes. Why
yes,
not? You
why
can
not?
co-create now, right?
Exactly, yes.
So, hey,
So that's what
and
it
then you
is.
can show others that's possible.
And you speak about the 7 figures, the 8 figures, all that, it's related, to whatever is inside, huh? Because money is only, a reflection of what you can
It's
have,
the
the
energy you bring.
worthiness. Yes.
Yes.
So
Ah.
starting to clear all that, and then life is changing. I can see it in my
Yes.
clients. So it's definitely,
I love that. I mean, and I think you are so right. But that's not what we were taught. We were taught that
we are taught, no.
you have to work so hard, and this is, with this diploma, you got to have this salary. Then you go to this salary, and then it's like, and then you have this ceiling,
Yes.
and you're blocked there. Why? Who said so? Who said that ceiling?
When I was in automotive, they told me, you reach
Yeah,
the
the
ceiling.
matrix,
Yes.
that what they call the matrix.
Yeah.
It's like how many years you worked, how many diplomas you
Mm.
have, where are you from? Because you have that too.
Of course.
And then where is your matrix? Yeah.
Computer, okay, here it is. Now you can go. Or you
Wow.
can stay, or you can say, they didn't ask me to go, but you can say
But
this
there's
same
nothing we can
position.
say about that, because this is when people choose to work in an institution and to help someone create their dream, then they have to fit in that processes. That makes sense, right?
And I mean, and again, I'm not blaming anyone because it's okay.
It's
Because
okay.
yes, there are people to do that as well. I'm happy that I did it, and I
Of
was
course,
very
you learn
happy.
so
Oh
much
yes,
from it as well.
yes,
Yeah.
all the time. I was, as I said, if I'm not happy in the position I'm having, I quit. But I was always happy when I was in the position. I
But
only quit it when I was not happy
yeah,
anymore.
but then what you did is that you chose to leave the matrix
Yes,
and to start your own. And I
yes.
think it takes a lot of courage to do that.
It does. Because at the beginning, not everybody is behind you. Everybody is like looking at you, saying,
No one
okay.
is behind you. Are you kidding me? No one. Everybody's like, you know what they're waiting for? So that they do something wrong. So that they're like, I told
Told
you.
you.
Yeah. Why? Because they didn't have the courage to do so. So
Yes.
they don't want someone else to
Yes.
actually show them that they can. Yeah.
And
But
plus, they are projecting, their fears on
their
you.
fear. Yeah.
And that I didn't want. So I said, okay, let me do my
Well,
thing. Yes. Let's
yes.
do my thing. And then when everything will be okay, then I will come back, to you guys. I
Yeah.
was not able, to hold, the frequency of, doing, performing, and then, holding, all those, those fears. Was not,
Yeah, but those fears also, when we were young, it's like these are the validation type of
of
things
course,
that we've grown up doing, right? You have good degrees, you validated. Oh, I'm so happy with my daughter. I'm so happy with this.
yes.
Everybody's proud. So you kind of look for that. But then when you start understanding that you don't need anyone to validate you anymore,
Yeah.
that's so much maturity. When did you feel that? When is the time you felt like I don't need anyone to validate me?
I would think it's when I quitted, the position, the executive position, like in
Yeah.
2013. But it took me a while to understand that it was the process I was doing, because I
Yes.
wouldn't have put those words at that time.
Of course, because you're
Now, no, yeah, now I can put those words. He said, okay, I'm going to do it anyway.
yeah, I'm jumping.
I'm
That's it.
joking. Yes,
Yeah,
leap of faith.
leave a
I'm-
faith. But this is incredible. But I think what's incredible, and you don't talk a lot about it, and I'm so admiring to your personality and your work, is that you learned so much to become that healer. It's just didn't happen overnight, right?
No, it did not. It did
Yes.
not. It took me, because I mean, I the good part is I love to learn.
Okay.
Probably the background of being an engineer. I
Yes,
love.
I was going to say we
I
love
know,
to
I
learn.
know you.
We never stop learning.
No, I love, and I'm still, and I will always, because this is part of who I am. I love to learn. So I've been, I don't think there is any, coincidence. So I met this guy, and he was teaching, the healing stuff. And I said, okay, why not, something to learn about how does it work, the energy and everything. So I learned that, and since then I've been learning and learning and learning all the time, and
So in this
applying.
field, do you say learning or do you say elevate in terms of your knowledge of your healing?
I would say both.
Okay.
Yes, at the beginning I was learning a lot, but now I will say that my level of frequency is getting higher and
Yes.
higher. I don't
Yes.
necessarily have to learn, but I get, downloads.
Oh, incredible.
Yes,
That's another big word, isn't
yes,
it?
yes.
That's another big word as co-creation. It's download. We don't find that in the engineering field.
No,
So how do you explain download
you
in a
know,
normal setup?
alors, so once you reach, certain level of frequency,
Yes.
you are able, to touch, to reach, to connect with different type of energy.
Yes.
And if you if we if we agree that everything already exists and you just have to go get it, like everything does exist, everything, and just a connection to the knowledge. So
Okay.
when your frequency is getting higher and higher, then you are able to connect to different kind of knowledge. That's the way I would put it.
And so there's this different kind of knowledge. Is it a knowledge to guide you in the way of being, in what you write, in how you show up, or is it with your clients, or how is it?
All of it. All of
All of
it. Yes, it's guidance for myself, it's guidance for the other one, it's guidance for what I'm going to say, it's guidance for everything. The first time I realized I was doing that, it was
yeah,
during a training, because
really?
before yes, because before at the beginning I was going to my trainings, as a trainer, to train people
Yeah,
on
as
project
like a
management.
normal,
That
traditional,
yes,
no, yeah, yeah.
PowerPoint, and everything.
Right, yes. Okay, boring, not really, but just like
Exactly.
structured training,
Yes,
I
very
will say.
structured.
Uh-huh.
And then at one point, I mean, the students they had actually they were not students. They were, I mean, they were students in a way, but
But
they were
executive,
the
yeah,
executive. Yes,
okay.
they were asking questions, and I was seeing myself answering the question in a way that my mind wouldn't have answered that way.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
and I said, "Oh, this is pretty interesting what I'm saying."
Oh, really? So you're like, oh, I love that.
Yes,
That's incredible. So like you surprise yourself,
yes,
and that's how it becomes fun.
yes,
Actually, it becomes fun when you suddenly realize
yes,
this a coexistence,
exactly.
and it's fascinating.
It is. And then it's all the time like this when I am with a client or when I am doing the training or when I'm coaching. It's like I have those, those downloads of
So
information.
there is one comment
Yes.
here. We learn a lot but in business, we use only around 10% of our knowledge. What do you
Yes.
think about that?
Um, I think, in a way, I'm not going to question that, of course, but I think that if we raise, our awareness,
Mhm.
we can connect to more, to more knowledge. It doesn't
Yes.
mean that I have to learn that, but I can connect to more knowledge. That's the way
Yeah.
I would answer to that. Probably that the 10% is accurate, but you can still, access. That's the word.
Access more.
Access to more. Yes.
But I think what I want is I want to take this question a step further.
Hmm?
It's this 10% knowledge, obviously, it's the knowledge that you accumulated through the years, which we don't remember because we remember only tiny mini bit of it. The
Mhm.
rest goes somewhere in our subconscious mind. When we are in the channeling and the downloads, do we access the rest that we thought we forgot, but it's there? Or do we access something completely different?
That's that's a good question,
It
actually.
is.
Yeah.
It's a good question to.
For me, it's going to be like the thing that I would download. It's going to be a complementary. It's going to be complementary to what I know. I
Yeah.
would put it that way,
Yeah.
because I can't learn that 2 + 2 is equal 2. I have to learn it at one point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that? But
There is some
then
knowledge that
yes,
needs to be there
yes,
for it to come and almost understand, and it's like detect the downloads.
yes. and to understand what how the download is supposed to fit with the other thing that you already know.
Exactly.
Yes,
It
it's really
complements.
it's complementary. Yes. It's a match.
It's a match.
Yes, probably every people can download information. Probably regarding the background that you have, the downloads will make more sense to you in your way than to me. It's a different
Yes.
download, but it's access to information
The
at the end.
interpretation
Yes.
will be different from one person to another, so will be unique, and that's why we want more of that, because
and the ability to understand what is being downloaded. Yes.
Yes. And this is, it takes your experience of life, it takes your knowledge, it takes what you've gone through, and it takes your wisdom to be able to do that.
Definitely. And that's what it takes time to get wise.
Yes. Well, congratulations, Valerie, for the incredible work you are doing.
Thank
and for listening to your heart and to following your own path. And I think that's incredible. It just shows that, sometime it's you need to listen to yourself. Not sometime. I think it's always
all the time.
to have the courage to do so. And you are an example for that.
But sometimes it's difficult because you have the interferences. You don't want to listen to yourself because you have your own interferences, and you have the one coming from the other one. So to feel aligned and to listen to your heart is really an insider job. An inside
it takes work. It takes mastery of your inner game. Yeah.
Wow. But when you are there, I mean, it's a learning process. I mean, we are always getting more aligned and more aligned.
That's incredible. Well, this is wonderful. We are already at the end of this episode, and
that's fast.
We can stay. I know we can stay much longer. I'm gonna just give you a last word. What would you like to say? We had several people watching us. So nice to have you with us today. Thank you for joining us, Julian, Sumaya, Abdel Hamid. I can't read them all, but it's just so nice to have you. And so thank you for being. So what's your last word?
My last word will be to have faith. To have faith in yourself.
Faith, yes.
Yes, faith. I think it's important to have faith because that's what is going to allow you to go forward. Because if you lose the faith, then there is nothing.
I love that. Yeah. And that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being with us. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.